This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I've got Barb Hicks back with me. Thank you very much for joining us. You've been here numerous times, either here and during COVID. You joined us on Zoom. So
yeah, I've been here a few times.
You've been here a few times, so I appreciate your time here because we're going to talk more about the Rideau Environmental Action League, which you are a board member. Lots going on coming up. Springtime too, right?
Yes, always lots of things happening in the spring.
So let's start off. We're going to talk about the pitch-in.
Yeah, so Real's been doing pitch-in for decades, it seems. So it's a community-wide litter cleanup. It's kind of, it happens all over Canada. But in Smiths Falls, we kind of make it a 2-week period because we've discovered the weather is not very cooperative sometimes in this spring. And we encourage individuals, families, businesses, community groups to select a site and get out and pick up litter. It's a little thing, but it makes the town look a whole lot better, and I think it encourages other people not to litter. It's a little less tempting to throw something out the window when the place is clean than when it's not very tidy. So we supply the bags. People can come by the Real Deal store, pick up the bags, and just leave their name and number and where they hope to work so we can try to head other people off from that particular location. And the town very generously agrees to pick up the filled bags. So people, when they pick up an area, they just have to leave the filled pitch-in bag in an accessible spot, and the town will come along and pick it up.
That's right. You don't have to load it in your car or anything, or take it back to the Real Deal store or anything
just
like
leave
that.
It where you were.
Right. That's right. And it is a 2-week-long event too, because I have seen people out there in the pouring rain too, and committed. Oh my goodness, they're committed to this.
Yeah. So there's sort of 3 weekends. It starts on a weekend, goes through the middle weekend, and the last weekend. Yeah. But you know, if you want to get out now, hey, we're not going to argue with you whenever you can do it. And sometimes people the weeks afterwards are picking up also. So if you get in a situation where you left your bags and 2 days later nobody noticed, let us know and we'll make sure the town gets by to pick them up.
All right, and that's a 2-week event, but you've got a shoreline cleanup, and that's on May the 4th.
Yes, the last Saturday, May 4th, we're doing a shoreline cleanup. We've done this about 4 years in a row now, sort of tacked it on the end of pitch-in. And we've got a couple of locations in mind, and we would like people to pre-register for that so we know who's coming. So people can meet at 10 a.m. at the Baskill Bridge, off of Abbott Street, or they can meet at 1 p.m. at the boat launch on Jasper Road, just sort of past Eric Hutchison there. And we'll bring the bags that time, and we just pick up garbage. It's amazing how much you find every year. It's crazy.
I can imagine along the shoreline too.
Yeah. Yeah, so we like people to pre-register. If we have lots, we'll go to some other locations nearby, put it that way.
And the 2 weeks we're talking about for the pitch-in, that is
April 20th to May 4th.
Okay, that's right. And the May 4th is the last day that you want to do the shoreline. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now you've got another event coming up too, and spring is in the air. So rain barrels. We need our rain barrels.
Yes, we need our rain barrels. Every year we do a rain barrel sale. People should be pre-ordering their rain barrels by May 4th at the site rainbarrel.ca/realdeal, and then they come in by the truckload, probably the Friday before. So on Saturday, May 11th, that's the day people who've ordered their barrels should come and pick them up between 10 and 2. But since we have all these people interested in gardening coming to the store, we've sort of expanded on that, and we'll have a nice selection of native plants for sale, because native plants are sometimes harder to find in the local nurseries. We'll have some seeds that we packaged up from our own Monarch Gardens. So we're going to have some tree saplings too that Dale has secured from the Ferguson Forest Center in Kempville. And Trinity United Church sells mushroom compost from our site, so they'll have that there that day as well.
And the mushroom compost, that goes on for quite a long time during
they're going to sort of start that weekend, and then they're there other weekends, or if they're not there, you can buy it from us and we'll pass the money on to them.
And you just mentioned Dale too. Dale was here a couple of weeks ago to talk about the mini forest that they're putting at the Corbett Highland Park too. They started this past weekend. Yeah,
Saturday was the day that we call it the forest site prep, the prepare the forest floor. So the site was mapped out in the park, and we had about 50 volunteers come in, and we laid down cardboard, wet the cardboard, put down a layer of leaves, put down a layer of compost, and then another layer of wood chips. So now we let it all kind of sit and cook for 5 or 6 months so the soil would be ready for us to plant in October.
And Mother Nature was on their side, and it rained a little bit, so it was a bit
Yeah,
muddy for them, but 50
it rained
people.
a little bit. It could have been worse. It was pouring
Yeah.
through the night, but it wasn't too bad during the day. It was cool though, but
Yes.
everyone was very enthusiastic and came with their wheelbarrows and their shovels and their rakes, and we got done in good time.
Well, 50 people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the enthusiasm in this project.
Yeah, lots of the people from Rio. We had a couple town councilors, people from the neighborhood, which is great too. Something else that's happening at that park that probably hasn't got around is Rio's purchased 5 trees that we're going to plant there as well. Probably late April, like we're not going to wait till the fall. We just thought that the park was a little bare and could use some more shade trees, and we're always looking for places to plant trees, and this was available, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, Dale was here a couple of weeks ago, Dale Horsky, and he was talking about the planning of this forest too, and they've got it all, synchronized, the different ones that grow and who's going to shade who, and yeah.
Yeah, it'll be quite the thing.
Yes.
On planting day for sure, but that's what ensures it'll be a successful mini forest. It has to be densely planted. You have to have the right sort of proportions of the shade trees and the low shrubs and so on. And there's a little formula to follow.
There's some science involved here.
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
for sure. Now you have your AGM, now not until June, but your AGM is coming up?
Yep, we do it every year on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, so Wednesday, June 19th. We're still hawing over a couple of locations. We often do it at the kitchen at the Rideau Community Health Center and do sort of a potluck before. But another possibility, maybe you've heard about this, is there's a neat geodesic dome behind SFDCI that's available for other events other than growing things. So we're looking at that as a possibility as well.
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, you don't see it when you drive by the school.
Okay.
And so we just went and sort of toured it a couple of weeks ago because the teacher there was looking for some ideas on how best to use the space, and we put in our 2 cents, and the Hort Society was over there taking a look at it. Yeah, it's an amazing facility.
Wow, I'll have to take a look at that for sure. Now you brought along with you too, so you've got newsletters. People can get more information about you, and you've got your annual report, so people can get more information about Real.
Yep, we put out 5 newsletters a year, and there's printed copies at the Real Deal store if people want, but you can also sign up to our mailing list. We have about, 200 people or so on our mailing list. And yeah, and I use them a lot myself. I go back, Peter was asking about something that happened in the past, and that's my little record of what has happened.
It's a little bit of history right there.
Over the past 35 years, yeah.
Now, how long have you been a board member?
Well, this is Real's 35th anniversary year.
Wow.
And I've been on the board. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Well, as of the fall, October 31st. And I've been on the board most of the time.
Wonderful.
Most of the time. I had 4 kids, so I was a little busier back then. But yeah, I've been on the board. I've been president and vice president and treasurer and secretary. I'm the secretary at the moment.
Okay.
And we're always looking for new board members. If anyone is interested in this kind of thing, they can find information in the newsletter on our website. We have 6 board members at the moment, but we can take up to 12. We are a working board, so we're busy people, but anyways, we've just got a new board member just recently, so that's always nice to see a young person. So
wonderful. So for more information, they can either go to Real Deal. You've got a website.
Absolutely, realaction.ca.
Right.
It's got everything on there.
And the Facebook page. That's where I always find you.
yes. And Dale's looking after the Real Facebook page now, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more activity there. We also have a Facebook page for the Real Deal store and for our community garden.
And you can
which
sign
is
up.
Kind of local gardening things, not just the community garden, but
Excellent. You could sign up to get the newsletter as well.
Yep, sure.
Wonderful. Well, the dates again for pitch-in?
April 20th to May 4th. Okay. You can pick up your bags at the store. The store is open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 till 5. And then we have our rain barrel and native plant sale Saturday, May 11th. But if you would like a rain barrel, you should pre-order. I should add that we usually order in extras to sell through the Real Deal store throughout the summer, but if you want something specific, like a specific kind of barrel, or you need replacement parts for last year, or you're in a hurry, you should make sure you pre-order.
And I see so many people with them now too. It's just at the end of their spout, and it just collects all the rainwater, and then they use that to water their gardens.
It's great. And I think a lot of people who have one realize, oh, I could have used two. I could have put it on a different corner. Or the way things are going these days with climate change, a lot of the rain comes in certain storms, you know, so it's worth having more than one rain barrel, and you can have a diverter that makes sure that they all fill up instead of overflowing.
Yes.
Yeah. So even if you have one, you might want to get another one.
Might need another one, yes, for sure, for sure. Well, I thank you very much for coming here today. Barb Hicks from the Rideau Environmental Action League, one of the board members for almost the 35?
Yeah,
35
up
years.
to 35 years.
Wow, that's
crazy.
That time goes by fast, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Well, thanks for joining us today. And if you want to be involved with Pitch In, contact.
Yes, we're always keen to have people participate and pitch in. It really does make a difference. It seems like a little thing, but
it really does.
It all adds up.
It does. Absolutely.